Good evening, and welcome to Grayson County High School, where tonight the Grayson County Cougar soccer team is taking on the Apollo Eagles, as it is our K105 Digital Productions Game of the Week. In fact, it's our inaugural one. We asked, you answered, and we are going to perform, as we had the poll on our Twitter page last week asking you, what would you like to see this week? Would you have liked to have seen the Lady Cougar soccer game at Warren Central last night, the volleyball game on the road on Thursday at Apollo, or our game here tonight? And you voted a resounding answer towards saying that you wanted this game. Sam Gormley, though, here with you today, as we appreciate you joining in to tonight's broadcast. So you might be listening with us on K105's Facebook page, on 1039 The Moose's Facebook page, via K105's YouTube page, or on the K105 Sports Periscope. So we have plenty of different ways for you to listen. Today on our pregame show, we'll let you know a little bit more about each team and have a good conversation with the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, Kenny Fukuhara. We'll take a break and come back with more, as this is Cougar Soccer on K105 Digital Productions.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their Feel Better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your Feel Better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Nice pool, lady.
What are you doing?
Oh, just giving you a taste of what it's like for us fish.
Well, what do you mean?
You people throw all this stuff on the ground, and it washes down the storm drain right into my pool. Ew, yourself. Don't just squawk about it. Stop it, before us fish have to take matters into our own hands. Flippers.
Help keep Kentucky's waterways cleaner by keeping trash off the ground. Visit our website to find out how you can help.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield. Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
Sam Gormley back here with you tonight, as it's Grayson County taking on Apollo here in soccer action. As looking at the Apollo Eagles, they are 8-8 on the year. They are 2-4 in the 9th district. As looking at their team, the goalkeeper for them is Matthew Marks. He has 88 saves, 26 goals scored against him. He does have 4 shutouts and also has an assist on the year. Your leading goal scorer is Harrison Bowman. He has 11 goals with 4 assists, 6 goals each from Jalen Kirk and Jacob Gillum, 5 goals each from Houston Collins, Yoshi Ya, and Justin Gillum. And those are just some of the players that you really need to know about this team. So a lot for this Apollo team. But again, you're looking at an 8-8 record. But again, when you look at any team from the Owensboro area, you look at the teams that they have played, as their losses have come to Warren Central, one of the top soccer programs in the state. Owensboro, one of the top in this third region. They beat Meade County 4-1. And then they've also lost to Davis County, Owensboro again, and then Davis County as well again. So they've beaten Owensboro Catholic twice, but have been swept both by Owensboro and Davis County. But again, you can only read so much into this because this is a team from the Owensboro area. And sometimes that's all you really need to know about them, as you see a lot of success between some of these programs, but they come in with an 8-8 record. But again, those are 8 real good teams that they lost to. We will take a break and come back and let you know a little bit more about the 9-4-2 Grayson County Cougars. This is Cougar Soccer right here on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
At the core, most any farm is a family, and I'm proud to work with my family every day.
It's hard to explain if you haven't experienced it, but farming is not just a living, it is a lifestyle.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming.
I think a lot of people are very happy to know that neighbors, people like us, are the ones raising their food.
And we want our neighbors to enjoy the same product that we serve to our family.
Kentucky Farm Families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
Take it from me, quitting tobacco isn't easy. It can take several attempts before you can finally quit for good. So if at first you don't succeed, quit. Quit again. And remember, even though quitting is hard, you don't have to do it alone. Quit Now Kentucky is with you every step of the way. For free help quitting tobacco, text QUIT KY to 797979 or go to quitnowkentucky.org.
Sam Gormley back here with you tonight as this is Grayson County getting ready to take on Apollo here in boys soccer. As the scoreboard says, we got about 10 minutes away from the start of tonight's game. Grayson County, though, comes into the game with a record of 9-4-2. The winners of their last 3 games as they beat Campbellsville and Bullitt Central. But the one that you circle on this 3-game winning streak was a 3-2 penalty kick victory over Meade County last week that solidified that the Cougars are not only just getting the number 1 seed in next month's district tournament, but they will also already have solidified themselves a spot in the regional tournament. So a big-time win there for the Cougar program. We'll ask Coach Fukuhara about that here coming up in just a moment. For Grayson County, this offense starts with Wyatt Schultz as he has 18 goals on the year and 6 assists, as he has followed up in that category by Matthew Haycraft, who has 10 goals and 14 assists. 8 goals from Josh Stevenson, 4 goals from Logan Raymer. Raymer also has 6 assists, as does Schultz. Malachi Clemens has 5 goals and an assist. Brady Hubry is the man in the goal, as he has 96 saves. He's given up 26 goals. He has 5 shutouts, including one last night against Bullitt Central. And on the year, he has also scored 1 goal of his own and has 1 assist. So that's kind of your look there at the Grayson County Cougars. Of course, they're coached by Kenny Fukuhara. The assistant coach is Tyler Cockrell, and the assistant also is Nehemiah Williams. As I see Nehemiah is out there warming up the Cougars out there on goal as he's giving shots off as they're warming up Brady Hubry. It looks like that's Wyatt Schultz in there, and Hubry is able to dive over to his left and stop that one from going, while Apollo is also warming up on their side of the field. When we come back, we'll talk to the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, Kenny Fukuhara, as this is Cougar Soccer on K105 Digital Production.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
At the core, most any farm is a family, and I'm proud to work with my family every day.
It's hard to explain if you haven't experienced it, but farming is not just a living, it is a lifestyle.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming.
I think a lot of people are very happy to know that neighbors, people like us, are the ones raising their food.
And we want our neighbors to enjoy the same product that we serve to our family.
Kentucky Farm Families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
Nice pool, lady.
What are you doing?
Oh, just giving you a taste of what it's like for us fish.
Well, what do you mean?
You people throw all this stuff on the ground, and it washes down the storm drain right into my pool. Ew, yourself. Don't just squawk about it. Stop it before us fish have to take matters into our own hands. Flippers!
Help keep Kentucky's waterways cleaner by keeping trash off the ground. Visit our website to find out how you can help.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School as the Grayson County Cougars are getting ready to take on the Apollo Eagles in soccer action. I'm now joined by the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, Coach Kenny Fukuhara. And Coach, you picked up the win over Meade County last week, which not only clinches that number one seed in the district tournament, but also solidifies your spot in the regional tournament. What does a win like that do for this program?
Well, since my 4 years here, that's the biggest win we've had. And I told the kids understood that. And, you know, it was kind of like a hump. We were trying to get over that hump. We came close to beating them last year, and then we got blown out by them in the district tournament. And so then, and this year was kind of a repeat of the first game last year where tied at halftime, tied it in the regulation, going to overtime, going to PKs. And, you know, I would be lying to say I didn't have thoughts going in my head. It's like, here we go again. But it was the opposite. You know, Brady saved all of their PKs except one. We made all of ours. And so, and that's what having older kids, veterans on the team who experienced that last year and responded this year. And so I was really proud of them. But it's kind of, we celebrated for 3 days. We took 3 days off, and we didn't do anything. We came out last night, and I thought we were going to come out last night against Bullitt Central a little flat. We didn't. We came out ready to play, and we got that win too.
Going to last night, you had senior night. So what I always do on senior night is for coaches is to kind of give them the opportunity to talk about their seniors and what they mean to not only them but the program in general.
Yeah, you know, we have 5 this year. Brady Hubery, who's our goalkeeper, and, you know, a little story about the Meade County game. We were at halftime, and, you know, I chewed on Brady a little bit. I was trying to get him going, and he responded very well. Saved a PK last night, but he's progressed so much. When he was these kids were freshmen when I got the job, and he's progressed so much, and so he's really taken the time to. And he learned a lot from Jack Davis, who was our goalkeeper before him, and they've kind of worked together. And then you have Curtis Schmidt and George, who have played defense for us for the past 2 or 3. Georgia started since he was a freshman, and they've both, you know, they've progressed steadily each year, and they've been strong for us back there, and they're still learning, and we're still working on things. But and then you have Logan, and you know, Logan's kicking for the football team too.
Doing pretty good too.
Yeah, and I tried to get him to do it when he was a freshman, sophomore. He wouldn't listen to me. I said, you're going to regret it. And so now he wishes he would have done it earlier. And Logan has shown a lot of growth and where he's come to where he is now. And it's his work ethic that, you know, if we get 100% out of him, he can really help us on the field. I mean, he scored a header against Meade County, made his PK against Meade County. And, you know, if I would have said 2 years ago, Logan, you're going to score a header and make a PK to beat Meade County, he would have thought I'm crazy. And then you have Wyatt, and Wyatt, he's Wyatt, and, you know, I'm really going to miss all the guys. But Wyatt has, you know, his brother was really strong for us, and he had a great career. And so I always talk to Wyatt and say, you're not trying to be your brother, and you're not trying to be better than your brother. You're trying to be your own person, and that's what he's done. And, you know, he scored a lot of goals as well. And so all these guys, you know, I'm going to miss them. And they were freshmen when I first got the job, and so I've got to watch them grow for 4 years now. And I'm just hoping that we can end this season somewhere on a positive note for them.
You look to tonight, and you're having 3 games in 4 days here with a game last night and again a game coming up on Thursday. So it's not necessarily like you can do much prep work towards Apollo. So do you read into stats, and then what do you really look for when you look into a team?
I watch some film. It's really hard, especially when you have this many games in a week. But I watch some film, and I talk to some other coaches, and every coach does that. But my main thing is winning the ball in the air. Pressuring as soon as the other team gets the ball. And if we do those things, if we do the simple things and we work hard, we're going to be in every game. But it's when we don't have the energy, don't have the enthusiasm, we don't want to challenge balls in the air, that's when things start to get 4 or 5-0, like the Ohio County game. We had no energy, nothing. But I think these kids are starting to understand they can be in every game against every team, but they have to bring it in all aspects. If there's one little thing that they're not doing, then we're going to lose.
You look to tonight's game, and you had the win over Meade County, but now you're having a chance to beat a team from Owensboro. And like I was talking with Coach Johnston in basketball last year, and sometimes it doesn't even really matter if the team has no wins on the year or they have 15 wins on the year. Playing one of these teams and beating them means a lot to a program, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And Ryan, he does a great job. We work together in Owensboro, and Apollo has a great program. They're good year in, year out. And the thing is, they do have an advantage being in a bigger area, having a bigger school, not necessarily a bigger school, but more kids to select from. And so my thing with my guys is I want them to understand that you could come out here and do something that's probably, I'm not looked at the record before, but we've probably never beat Apollo in soccer or Davis County. And so I know we've never beat Davis County or Owensboro. And so you got a chance to do something that's never been done before. And they can do it, but they have to come out and work hard at it, or else, Apollo's going to be in the winner's circle at the end of this game.
All right, good luck.
All right, thanks.
We'll have more here coming up after this.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
When you or a loved one is ready to seek help for a drug addiction, don't let the moment pass. Instead of wasting precious time searching the internet and spending hours on the phone, you can find help now. Because the keys to finding treatment are right at your fingertips. Go online to findhelpnowky.org, answer 5 optional questions, and in less than a minute, get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting clients. Findhelpnowky.org. Finding addiction treatment is easier than ever.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, helped me pay for my house. Being part-time really helped because I could have some opportunities that were still in education.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where tonight the Grayson County Cougars and the Apollo Eagles are getting ready to get underway. Sam Gormley here with you, as it is a perfect night for soccer. I mean, I'm not sure that we could ask for much better weather. I mean, there's really no wind. temperatures, I think, in the mid-70s right now. It's just incredibly comfortable. So if you're up and maybe thinking, oh, maybe do I want to go to the game tonight? Absolutely. I mean, I don't think that you could draw up any better weather. In fact, I was talking to Misty at work when she came up, when I was leaving to come up here today. And I was saying on how nice the weather was, and she had said, well, and now I can't even remember what she was saying. As I was like right in between, because it's the perfect weather. It's not too hot, and that's what she said. She's like, I'm the Goldilocks of weather, and I was like, you know what? That's perfect. It's not too hot right now. It's not too cold. It's just the perfect temperature right now. So she called me the Goldilocks of weather, and I said, whatever. You can call me whatever you'd like. So the Cougars are getting announced right now as they're starting lineups. As should be a good game here between these two teams as Grayson County enters the game with a record of 9-4-2. Apollo enters the game with a record of 8-8. So it looks like both teams are getting back underneath. And looks like we're about ready to get underway. We'll take a 30-second break and have the game after this. This is Cougar Soccer on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
It's time for soccer here in Grayson County as the Cougars are getting ready to take on Apollo here. And soccer action, third region, as the ball getting ready to place. As Apollo will start this game with the ball wearing their white uniforms with blue numerals. And the Cougars in their alternate baby blue tops with navy pants and white numerals. Apollo will kick it back, and we are underway here as it's the Grayson County the K105 Digital Productions Game of the Week. You voted, and we listened. As Apollo is controlling it right now in the middle of the field, now breaking it up towards the far side. Up into the middle here is Yoshiya. Up back now to 2. And Grayson County is going to clear this one up as Malachi Clemens was the man in. And it's going to roll in, and a throw-in will come here from the Eagles. The man to throw this in will be 2. He'll get it into Yoshiya. Off now into the middle. Gillum. Shot into the box. His hits off of a Cougar defender. And now a foot race for the ball. It's going to be kicked out of bounds. And a throw-in here will come from the Eagles. Throw-in coming in from the 18. Now inside, a shot coming. It's wide. And it's going to roll down the hill and out of bounds, so a goal kick here will come for Brady Hubry, his first one here of this game. Of course, Hubry had the big game against Meade County. You heard Coach Fukuhara talk about that as he mentioned that he thought Brady was a little slow there in the first half. And he thought he was a little bit hard on him, but in the second half, and he stopped PKs. He stopped a PK last night. He stopped a PK in the game that we did that was canceled / postponed due to lightning, as I'm putting a strong emphasis of quotation marks around that. As Apollo here controls it up into the middle. Collins with it here, coming it up the near side. He's going to do a through pass up here to Gillum. Gillum taking it across the left side. Hornbeck is in there, and Hubry will dive in to grab that and stop this. As we're 2 minutes into our game here, no score between Apollo and Grayson County here in the first half of action. As it is our final broadcast of Cougar Soccer here for the 2019 season. Grayson County comes into the game with a record of 9-4-2. As they're looking to win 10 games in consecutive seasons for the first time in program history. A win tonight would solidify that. Along with that, this would be the first win against a team from Davis County. But tall task here in this one to possibly control that. 2 up in here to the middle. As back now to the keeper, Brady Hubry. Hubry asking for his offense to get set up here. And now he's going to kick it right up into the middle. Off now, Wyatt Schultz with it. He'll give it back now to the Cougar defense, who will go back now to Brady Hubry. Apollo is controlled here early on, but here comes Grayson County. Will this be their first real shot? Haycraft up the middle. He tries to do a through pass, but nice defense from Apollo, who sends it right back over the head of a Cougar defender. As Curtis Schmidt tried to jump up there and stop this, but now Apollo down inside, but pretty. Haycraft. Back now to Hubry, who's going to boot one away. Goes into the head of Reinkowski. And now a pass up the far side of the field. Apollo working from right to left on your screens, while the Cougars are working from left to right. Throw in coming. Goes off of the head. Masri. And Reinkowski now has it. Up the far side. Looking to get it off here into the middle. Good defense by Grayson County. Shot into the box. Shot in and high. Over the goal. As that was Gillum who took that shot in. And a quick substitution for Apollo as Gillum came into the game with 6 goals. And it looks like the substitution is Harrison Bowman. So he is the leading scorer on the team. Hubry does a little pass off here to Pretty. Pretty up here into the middle. Jackson Kane was the one with it. Through pass up here. Josh Stevenson. 5.5 minutes in here into our opening half of play. No score. Apollo has had control of the possession here much in as Hubry runs in and grabs that one before an Apollo player was able to get in there and take a shot on the ball. So nice defense there by the keeper. High into the air. Bounces up. And now Stevenson wrestling with the ball with Yo-Ya. Up the far side. Cougars trying to defend. A shot in. Hubry jumps up and grabs it. Nice save by the Grayson County goalkeeper, Brady Hubry. He's been tested here early in this 7 minutes, as the Cougars really have been able to get anything, but he lays a big-time boot there. As Stevenson gave one off to Schultz, but wasn't able to do much with it. Reinkowski back here to 2. Malachi Clemens was in there, and now to go off here to Pretty. Pretty saves it from going out of bounds, and he's going to send one up. It's a foot race to the ball. Can Stevenson get there first to 2? 2's in there. And Stevenson, though, is going to get it right before it goes out, as an Apollo player kicked it to make sure that it did go out of bounds. Throw in coming from Clemens. He gets it into Schultz. Schultz back now to Pretty. Pretty from about 35 yards out. He'll give it back now to Jackson Kane. Kane here to the near side, and it's taken away here by Apollo. Houston Collins with it up the near side. Pretty is following him. Off here into the middle. Gillum, shot is up and wide right. And that was a close shot. I thought at first that the senior forward had found the upper pocket. But it's all for naught. So Hubry waiting for the official to let him know to kick this one in. And here comes off here to Hornbeck. Hornbeck here to Stevenson. Stevenson to Clemens. Clemens up now to Evans. Now Stevenson with it. And Apollo's going to take it right away. Stevenson gets it back. Apollo controlling it out of bounds. Malachi Clemens kicks it out. 2 to throw this in. They're going to do a ball down here to the near side. Houston Collins with it. Pretty is in chasing. Rolling one into the box. And it's bounced away. Grayson County, though, will not control it as it's taken here by Ya. Ryankowski. Shot in. Bouncing off of Hubry. And he'll stop that one from going. So we're about 9 minutes here. As we're 9 minutes into the game. Up into the air it goes. And out of bounds. Haycraft up the near side. He's going to get around from 2. It's a foot race to the ball, and Apollo is going to kick it out. But a throw-in will come here. Hornbeck into the air. Haycraft tries to make a play on the ball with his head, but instead it's controlled by Ya. As Apollo is controlling it now. Ryankowski. As Apollo again has dominated this first 10 minutes. Hubry has been able to make a couple saves. This goes into the outside. Ya with it on the outside of the box. He sends one in. A header is saved by Hubry, but the next one is going to go in. Apollo is taking a 1-0 lead. As I'm trying to see the player to turn around and see who it was. As it is number 15, Michael Posey. His first goal of the season. Who got the head in there and put it in, and Apollo is taking a 1-0 lead. Both teams controlling it here in midfield. Up now, it's a ball up here through pass to Collins. But getting there first is Grayson County, Jackson Kane. Throw in here to the outside of the box. Back here to 2. 2 asking for a player to run in, but Grayson County is going to be there to stop that one. But the ball trying to get it out, but it goes into control of Ya. Ya back to 2. 2 sends one in, and Hubry dives off, and he's going to grab it. Nice play there by Brady Hubry, who went out and dove like a wide receiver to grab that ball. As we're about 12 minutes into the game, as it's 1-0. Here to the near side. Ya with it. Little trickeration with the feet, trying to get away, but it doesn't fool the Cougar defender. Shot into the box is high and over the goal, and it will roll out of bounds. As at first looked like it almost was going to have a shot at rolling on the near side of the flag. But it ends up rolling on the far side, so it will turn into a goal kick instead of a throw-in. So a little bit of a sigh of relief from the Grayson County faithful, as that could have almost not gone the way that they wanted and would have given Apollo a possibility to take that ball and get another shot in on goal. Hubry set to fire this one away. Waiting, and now he boots it. Haycraft controlling it here to the near side to Clemens. Clemens looking for help. And he's going to give one up here to has it. Up here to the near side. Off now as it is controlled here by Kirk. But it'll roll out of bounds. Pretty to throw this in. So George Pretty throws it in here to the near side. And rolling up the far side and just about going out of bounds. But Apollo will save that. In fact, no, they will not this time as it does roll out. Throw in coming for the Cougars. And it goes right back here towards Apollo, but Hornbeck is there to stop that one from going any further. Up the far side. Apollo really has controlled the ball for most of this game. Through pass up to Reinkowski. He'll send one up, and it hits the player in the back of the head. Reinkowski, though, is going to come down on top of it still. Reinkowski with it. Down inside and right into the exterior of the box right now. The Cougar defense will end up clearing this one out. As White Schultz tried to get there first. And he will get there beforehand. Schultz controlling it. But his touch is a little bit too hard. And goes in towards Apollo, who clears it from going out of bounds. 15 minutes into our game, 1-0. Apollo leads this one over Grayson County. Clemens. Through pass up here to Schultz. Schultz looking for help. He'll find Haycraft. Haycraft is the expert assist man. Inside, he's going to try and get a run on Clemens, but the keeper, Matthew Marks, is there to grab that one before anything further comes in. Marks has got some height to him as he's by far the tallest player on the field. The keeper for Apollo. He's got to be every bit of 6'3", 6'4". Rolling in on the outside, rolling one in, and it goes wide left. As it stayed on the ground, it rolls out of bounds. So we do appreciate you, though, tuning into tonight's broadcast. So you might be watching with us on K105 on the K105 YouTube page or on 1039 The Moose's Facebook page as well. And we also have the K105 Sports Periscope as well, the different ways for you to watch. So a reminder, tune in Friday night as the Cougar soccer team will be taking on Muhlenberg County. As a Cougar football team will be taking on Muhlenberg County. Rather, as the soccer team plays Muhlenberg County next week, but we will not have coverage of that game, as they'll play them October the 1st. So I believe that is next Tuesday. I believe that is a week from today. So that is our final regular season game of the year. Their district tournament will be held at Meade County. So the Cougars have a first-round bye. Meade and Butler will play in their first game. As Shade Hubry grabs that. Busy start to the game, though, for Brady Hubry. So we'll go split screen here and take a 30-second break as this is Cougar Soccer on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
As Apollo had a chance in on goal on that, but it was blown off with an offsides. As the goal was actually in, but the official blew it dead way ahead of that time. Two saves it from going out of bounds up here to the near side, rolling up the line, and it doesn't go out. Does the official say go out? I thought the official did, blew it out. He did. As they continued playing it, as he held his flag up. And the Cougar defense was saying, hey, what's going on? Or the Cougar offense, rather, was saying, hey, it's out of bounds. That's because it happened right in front of us, and I thought it did roll out, so it's a good call here by our near side official. Yeah, as he's bringing the ball up here. Or not. They're just going to play through it. I guess neither team really cares a lot. Schultz with it up the far side. Could this be the Cougars' first chance? Schultz fires one in. It's off the top of the keeper's hands. As the Cougars take their first shot here in this game. And it's a nice save by Matthew Marks, the senior goalkeeper. So a corner kick will come. As Matthew Haycraft will be the one to take it. Cougars run the play, and Haycraft rolls one in, and it's bouncing all the way around. Still alive. Finally, Apollo's going to get it out, but it's still on the outside of the box. Cougar still in control. Wyatt Schultz rolls one in. The Apollo defense stops it, and here comes Apollo on the attack on the opposite end. Jackson Kane bounces off of the midfielder for the Eagles. Through pass up. Hornbeck tries to get there, isn't able to. Bouncing one off, rolling one in, and wide left. As that was Harrison Bowman, the leading goal scorer for the Eagles. Coach Fukuhara and Tyler Cockrell are coaching up the team. As Apollo controlling most of this game other than the past, really, 90 seconds when Grayson County had their first offensive chance of the game off of the corner. They had a couple whacks at it in the box, but nothing that really went in towards the goal at all after Matthew Marks knocked one over the net. Here to the near side to Two. Two controls it. And for Watu, he's not very tall, but he's stocky and he's quick. So he almost reminds me of, I guess can I make an NFL reference in a soccer game? It's almost like a Philip Lindsay, the running back for the Broncos, where he's not very big, but he's very, very quick. That's kind of how he is, and he'll be subbed out right now. That's what the old announcer's jinx is. And coming in for him is number 18, Kwai Say. So a corner coming here for Apollo. Firing one into the box. Hubry jumps way up to grab that one. Nice job by Brady Hubry, and a big-time save there for the Cougars. Controlling it in the middle. Bouncing all the way around, and now Apollo's going to come down with it. Off to the far side. Bowman. Into the box. Header attempt is going to roll out. as Jalen Kirk took a shot on it, but it rolls end up down the hill. Hubry grabs it, and a goal kick will come here for the Cougars. As we're about 22 minutes into our game, Apollo leads this one 1-0 after a goal scored by Michael Posey. Here towards the middle, Hubry dives in. The ball bumps off of him at first, but he's able to go grab that. So Brady Hubry has been all over the field here to start this game as he has been bouncing all around that box. And other than the one goal he's given up, has played really and even take the goal away, he's played great in that goal here today. High up and over the Cougar bench, as Cougars head coach Kenny Fukuhara looking on there. Is trying to coach his team up here to a possible win over not only just a third region team, but a team from that Owensboro area. Of course, these two teams have the chance of matching up again in the third region tournament, which is going to be held at Owensboro Catholic or Davis County. It's going to be held in the Owensboro area. I think it's at Davis County. So, because I know that I think it's pretty much the boys and the girls. It's Owensboro Catholic and Davis County, and I can't remember off the top of my head who's where. And I know the volleyball regional is going to be held at Hancock County, with volleyball districts being held at Whitesville Trinity, while Apollo ball here. Say to throw this in. Sub coming in here for the Cougars. And now he'll whistle to throw it in. Goes off of Penrod, and now both taking a seat, and they're going to call it on Penrod, and the Apollo faithful to our left did not seem to agree with that as Penrod's down on it. So Penrod was the one, he's down here, and now the Apollo coaches are going to come out. Now he raises to his feet. He's hobbling off. It seemed like a bang-bang play, though. In some instances, you almost just say, play on. Because it's really, you could call a foul on either player. So, and as typical fans, and this goes, it doesn't matter who you are, you don't like it when the call goes against your team. So free kick will come here for the Cougars from just about the midline. As Penrod still making his way off the field. And a sub will come in. As the substitution for the Eagles is So Nang. And Brady Hubry's checking out of the game. I hope Brady's okay. Who is that checking in a keeper there for the Cougars? So an interesting play here as Haycraft sends one into the box, and it's cleared out immediately by Apollo. As up here to the near side, controlling it. Coming up, and the new keeper will grab it as it's here controlled here by, as a throw-in as the Cougars come down here. As up here into the middle. Off to the far side. Stevenson guarding. Here as we have 14 minutes to play here in the opening half Apollo still leads this one 1-0. Into the outside of the box, rolling one, and it rolls out and far out of bounds. It's the keeper's jersey number 1 on. And I don't have a number 1 on my roster. And I know that there was a player that came in and played keeper at one point. So we'll see. We'll get you that name here as soon as we can. So there's 13 and a half minutes to play here in this first half. But Brady Hubery has taken a seat. And let's hope that it's nothing too serious, that they might be able to just give him a little bit a break or whatever it might be. It's Jackson Kane. He's 23, but obviously the goalkeeper jersey does switch up a little bit. So Kane is in at keeper. He's the freshman, so I'm not sure if he's the future. And Coach Fugara, knowing that this game, in all seriousness, doesn't mean anything if he's just giving his guy a chance to get in there and letting Hubery take a rest, especially if they have a game on Thursday and another game on Saturday before finishing up the regular season here at home against Muhlenberg County on October the 1st. Which is crazy to think that next week is October. As the season here has flown by, this is our 4th Cougar soccer game. Well, I guess you could say 3.5. So we had one game that was canceled due to lightning. Heavy emphasis on the lightning. If you watch that coverage, you know exactly what we're talking about. As that one rolls here to the near side, is it going to roll out of bounds? It will, so a goal kick will come here for Jackson Kane. 12 minutes here to play in the first half. Still 1-0 is the score. Grayson County and Apollo. The Apollo Eagles got an early goal from their senior defender, Michael Posey. Kirk with it. On the outside of the box, here towards the middle. Up to Gillum. Gillum takes a shot in and bounces off of a Cougar defender. So that was Curtis Schmidt. You're breaking it here towards the near side. A shot in, and the defender, Kane, will get in to get it first. It bounces off his hands, and the next one he will grab. Jackson Kane with a nice save. So a nice job by Kane to get in there and grab that one from going any further in. As the first one bounced off his hands, and Apollo had another shot in, but he was able to grab it. So nice job there by the freshman, who is presumably the future goalkeeper here for the Cougars. Bouncing around. Getting it off here to the near side, and the Cougars going to roll this one out of the box. It's not going to go out of bounds. In fact, the Apollo is going to give it back here to Ya. Ya over here into the middle. And Schultz back to Haycraft, but it's intercepted on the kick by Apollo. Apollo up the far side. And in, and Kane grabs that. So he stuck his right hand out at first, knocked it down to the ground, and was able to bounce it like a basketball to grab it. Schultz up the far side. And again, Apollo has shut him out. The Cougars, as the keeper, Matthew Marks, for Apollo, has really not done anything in the box today. He hasn't had a need to. He's had a corner kick against him and one save that he knocked over the net. So not a lot of action for him. As multiple subs here for Apollo. It is 1-0, under 10 minutes now to play here in the opening half of play. So we have a corner kick coming here for Apollo. I think that's Houston Collins, the one taking it. Off here into the middle, shot in, and it's wide right. As Ya was the one who took that. He has 5 goals and 8 assists on the year. Looking for his 6th goal, but it goes wide right. So Kane to boot this one away. as the took a shot on that first and whiffed. He missed it the first time he took a shot on it. So Apollo again controlling it here in their own half. Again working from right to left. The Eagles are in the road whites, while the Cougars are in their alternate baby blues. Trying to get one away, and it is controlled here by Haycraft. He's going to take it up the far side. Could this be an opportunity for the Cougars? As an Apollo player falls down on the attempt, Haycraft up into the far outer side of the box, and it rolls high, and it'll go out of bounds. So a goal kick will come here for Apollo. As at first it looked like Haycraft and the defender were going one-on-one. And a goal kick will come. Ryankowski is back into the game here for the Eagles. Out of bounds, back here to Grayson County. Another Apollo player slips almost in an identical area. I'm not sure if it was the same player or not, but I wonder if it is just a little bit slick, because we did have a little bit of rain yesterday for the first time in what feels like years. Clemens with it. Looking for help. He gets it off inside the box. Back here. Haycraft with it. On the outside of the box. He'll shire one in, but it goes right into the hands of Matthew Marks. 7.5 minutes to play here in the first half, as we're going to take a split screen break. As this is Cougar Soccer on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts.
Welcome back here to Grayson County Soccer Complex, as Apollo it's cleared out. Off now to the far side. Trying to get one in. Ryankowski tried to kick it. I think it went off to the side of his foot and rolled into the box. Haycraft with it. Right up the middle. He's going to take it. Does a pass up here to Wyatt Schultz. Schultz is working 1-on-2. Can he get a shot in? Bounces off, and Marks, it bounces off of him, but there's no Cougar there to attempt to run in on it. So that one bounced off of Marks, and if there was a Cougar there, he might have had a wide open shot at the goal. But the closest one was Matthew Haycraft, and he was 30 yards away. Rolling one in, and it goes left. Jackson Kane dove down at first, but then I think realized that it was a little bit out of his reach. Doesn't look like Kane's going to be one to take this instead. In fact, instead, they're going to go here towards Miles Hornbeck. 5.5 minutes to play. Apollo with it. Off of Kane. He bobbles it at first, but then does come down with it. So Jackson Kane uses the body, and why not? You're a keeper. Use any part of the body that you absolutely can, as long as it doesn't find the back of the net. Sometimes an ugly save is always better than one that goes in the back of the net. Inside, and a shot is off and into the goal. Apollo has given themselves a 2-0 lead. As that was... He's not showing me his jersey. So I believe that was Harrison Bowman, his 12th goal of the year. So Apollo leads this one now 2-0. Apollo now. As that shot goes high over the crossbar. And a sub here coming in for the Eagles. So it'll be number 9, Ado Ta. 4 minutes to play here in the opening half. 2-0, Apollo leads. Just scored 1 goal by Bowman, and earlier Michael Posey scored. Cougars looking for something to happen on offense. They've really not had any success in that mark here in this game so far at all. Up the middle. And falling down, and the Cougars are going to end up maybe being able to take a shot on this, and Hornbeck kicks it up, but there's no one there. Wyatt Schultz was the only one back, and he was on the opposite side of the field. So Hornbeck, I think, was just trying to get rid of that one and make sure that no one could make sure that Apollo didn't end up getting another shot on it. So Jackson Kane to kick this one off. High into the air it goes. Still bouncing. Now off. Can Schultz get there first? But it looks like 2 will be there. Ball goes up now. It's going to roll off, and Malachi Clemens is going to try and race this one down, and they'll just get it right around him. And here comes Gillum. Gillum up into the middle, taken by Ryankowski. Ryankowski back here to Taw. As Cougar defender goes flying down, and good no call. There was nothing there. So he just hit the dust. Rolling one in, and Apollo will add another goal in. This one is scored by Jalen Kirk, his 7th of the year. And Apollo now leads this game 3-0. So 2 minutes to play here in the half. Cougars need something to happen here on offense to try and not go in with a 3-goal deficit. Tall with it. Clemens was guarding him. Kirk out of bounds, and it'll go here towards, ooh, they're going to say it goes off of Grayson County. So they're going to give that ball here to Apollo. So that was right in front of us. There's some subs coming in for Apollo. So the throw in will be taken here by Taw, as you had about 4 or 5 subs come into the game for the Eagles. Still controlling it now, goes out of bounds, and that'll be off of the Cougars. That one I can easily see will go here towards Apollo ball. And this one, they're going to say goes towards Grayson County. So the throw in here will be taken by Clemens. He gives it off here to Haycraft, right in front of us here, opposite of the benches here at the Cougar soccer field. Haycraft up the middle. He still controls it. Now a through pass. Nice ball skills here by Matthew Haycraft. And Haycraft is going to fall down, and that will be a free kick here coming. And Haycraft showing some frustration after that. Haycraft trying to get this score here with 20 seconds to play. It rolls in, and diving to his left to grab that is Matthew Marks. And that will bring us probably to the end of the half, with Apollo leading this game 3-0. I was waiting for the official to blow it. Will he blow it dead? He will. So that score is here at the half. 3-0 is the score as Apollo leads. This is Cougar Soccer on K105 Digital Productions.
It's one of the interesting things about farming is that probably no 2 days are exactly the same. The day-to-day things are not chores to us. They're work sometimes, but yet in the long run, they're things that we are very passionate about doing on a daily basis. We're a part of providing a quality product to our urban neighbors.
From our hands to yours.
We're Kentucky beef producers, helping to feed Kentucky.
Kentucky farm families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Nice pool, lady.
What are you doing?
Oh, just giving you a taste of what it's like for us fish.
Well, what do you mean?
You people throw all this stuff on the ground, and it washes down the storm drain right into my pool. Ew, yourself. Don't just squawk about it. Stop it before us fish have to take matters into our own hands. Flippers!
Help keep Kentucky's waterways cleaner by keeping trash off the ground. Visit our website to find out how you can help.
Sam Gormley back here with you from Grayson County High School, where Apollo leads this one 3-0 at the half, and it's really not been a lot that's gone right here for Grayson County, as Apollo has controlled the ball completely in their own end. And that's what the scoreboard shows. If you look at this, you see 3-0 in Grayson County. They've had one, maybe two chances here in the first 40 minutes, but other than that, nothing going at all for this Cougar soccer team. So they again will have a 3-0 deficit to try and fight back from once we get here into the second half. I'll see if I can't be able to bring you, I do have a Cougar golf update to bring you, as the boys and girls golf teams split with North Hardin this afternoon at Lincoln Trail. The boys won 180-192, while the girls fell to the regional favorite 165-188. Grant Manion was a medalist with 37. Sophia Elmore had a low score of 42 to lead the girls. So good job there to the Grayson County golf team, as they're getting ready to have their regional tournament next week. As we're already at fall sports regional tournament time, which is absolutely crazy to think that we're already at that point, as it's gone incredibly quick as we're already there at that point. In girls soccer, Warren East leads a BCHS 1-0 at halftime in girls soccer, as I'm not sure what BCHS, Barron County. So they lead Barron County 1-0 in girls soccer of that game. As North Hardin in boys soccer leads John Hardin 1-0. That game is approaching halftime. And that's really all I'm seeing right here to bring you updates-wise in this game. So that's all really the updates going around, as it's a Tuesday night, but I'll tell you what, you don't get a much better night for soccer, as it's starting to almost get a little bit chilly here at the Grayson County Soccer Complex. So we'll take a break and come back here with more, as this is Cougar Soccer right here on K105 Digital Productions.
It's one of the interesting things about farming is that probably no 2 days are exactly the same. The day-to-day things are not chores to us. They're work sometimes, but yet in the long run, they're things that we are very passionate about doing on a daily basis. We're a part of providing a quality product to our urban neighbors.
From our hands to yours.
We're Kentucky beef producers, helping to feed Kentucky.
Kentucky farm families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Sam Gormley back here with you from Grayson County Soccer Field. As it is 3-0, Apollo leads this one at the half between these two third region foes. And the 3 goals for Apollo were scored by Jalen Kirk, Harrison Bowman, and Michael Posey. So those were those 3 goals there scored by the Eagles. And like I mentioned just a minute ago, you had just Apollo completely dominate that first half of action as they controlled offensively. I mean, if you looked at a possession difference, you're probably looking at 70-30, 75-25, somewhere in that range. The Cougars really had one true shot. It was Wyatt Schultz that took it, and the keeper for Apollo, Marks, was able to get his hand on it and send it over the goal. But other than that, Cougars really have not had much action. I guess they had one there late by Haycraft, that the player, that Marks was able to dive a little bit over to his left. But other than that, Apollo has had all of the attempts in this game, and they've been able to take advantage of a lot of them to have it 3-0. One of the interesting things about that game, about this first half though, was that Brady Hoopery was checked out about halfway through the half, and they put in Jackson Kane. I'm not sure whether it was an injury, whether they're just letting Hoopery take a little bit of time off because they've got a couple more games here as it's getting closer and closer to the end of the season, or maybe they're just giving Jackson Kane, as he's the freshman and presumably going to be the future keeper for the Cougars here starting next season, as Hoopery is a senior. Maybe they're just giving him some extra minutes in the goal as well. We'll take a break and come back with the second half of action as this is Cougar Soccer on K105.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
It's one of the interesting things about farming is that probably no 2 days are exactly the same. The day-to-day things are not chores to us. They're work sometimes, but yet in the long run, they're things that we are very passionate about doing on a daily basis. We're a part of providing a quality product to our urban neighbors.
From our hands to yours.
We are Kentucky beef producers, helping to feed Kentucky.
Kentucky farm families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. Cougars still don't have a keeper in the goal as we're getting ready to start here the second half. In fact, as I say that, the Cougars aren't even on the field yet, which would probably explain why they don't have a keeper in the goal yet. As I was just looking into the goal because I was curious whether it would be Jackson Kane or if it would be Brady Hubry out there at kicker at goalkeeper. As Coach Fukuhara now just wrapping up, and they break it out. As they did 1, 2, 3 family. You gotta love that. So they break out, and it does look like Jackson Kane is going back in there at keeper. So I'm not sure whether it's an injury to Brady Hubry or what it might be. So coming up, 40 minutes to play in this one. Grayson County trailing 3-0. I think if you're Coach Fukuhara, you just want to see an improvement from half to half. As the first half was 100% dominated by the Eagles. I don't want to speak for Coach Fukuhara, but I would presume that he's not wanting another 40 minutes to be just completely and utterly dominated. Because even if you're not the better team, sometimes you don't have to be completely dominated in a half of action. And I think that that's probably what Coach Fukuhara is asking of his team right now, is just to not roll over when you're down 3-0. You're going to have games where you're down. And sometimes you're going to be up against opponents that you actually might have a chance at coming back from. Haycraft in the middle. Back now to Schmidt. Schmidt up here to the near side as it's Schultz. Schultz looking for help, and he saves it just before it goes out of bounds. And it'll go back here to Schmidt. Schmidt will give it back here to Hornbeck. Hornbeck just on the outside from about 30 yards out of the goal. He rolls one, but it goes right in towards the Apollo defender. I think that one went off of his foot as Waugh has the ball. Up here towards the middle, up to the far side, Collins. Collins rolls one into the box. Bouncing around. Apollo still controls it now on the outside. Having it shot in, and it's wide right. And luckily for our bulkhead here, it doesn't go over the fence, so you didn't have to go run and get it. So here comes the kick from Jackson Kane. Rolls one off here into the middle. Of course, on the other side of campus right now at the Cougar Den, the Lady Cougar volleyball team is just about to get underway and taking on Muhlenberg County. As I think they had freshmen at 5:30, JV at 6:30, and then varsity will presumably start at about 7:30. So they'll be getting ready to get underway here in a few minutes. As our illustrious sports writer Don Brown is over there, as he will have you a recap of that game tomorrow around lunch. As El Masri has it. But the Apollo defense is there to stop this one off. Of course, these two teams will match up in basketball, as I know for certain that it will open up Grayson County's basketball season for boys. I think December the 3rd, something along the lines of that. The first Tuesday of December. These two teams will match up here at the Cougar Den. So if you're an Apollo fan watching, you will be able to watch this on whatever platform you are watching on right now. You will be able to watch that game, hopefully, fingers crossed, right here. So we haven't came close to officially finalizing our basketball schedule. In fact, I just got what has been told to me as a final basketball schedule today. So still, though, that there's some of the holiday tournaments that they're still working to work out, but it seems like that most of the basketball schedules have been finalized. Of course, that the girls basketball team has a new head coach in Ted Hill. So he comes from coaching at both Edmonson County and Ohio County. So he coached Ohio County to a regional tournament, a regional championship one year. So Schultz with it. He stops it in towards the middle. He does a ball in. El Masri is going to run down this one up to the far side. Oh, is it Stevenson? It was Stevenson. Is Baja and Josh are similar stature in some ways, and they both have the same hair. So it's similar, but they're up the far side. So we're about 5 minutes in here to the second half. Apollo leads this one 3-0. As the Grayson County player took a face shot there, and it's going to end up turning in here possibly to a chance. But again, the Apollo defense stops it from going any further. Tried to run into this one and to roll out of bounds just before Wah is able to get there. So Wah was the one trying to get that. Wah will take this from about 18 off into the middle, and the Cougars are going to clear this one out. Throw in coming from Gillum. Gillum now has it. Into the box he goes, off of a Cougar defender's head. Now controlled, bouncing around, back outside of the box, and no, he falls down on the outside of the box and rolls all the way around. Nice job by the official not to call a foul or anything there. He just slipped. Off now Al-Masri. With it into the middle. And cleared out by Apollo, but right into the control of the Cougars. Touch pass too hard. And Apollo comes down with it. Up here, towards the near side, Collins. Off now to Wah. And cleared by the Grayson County defense. Haycraft. Now he has a run on it. And immediately, nice defense there by Apollo, as 2 was the one who stopped that one from going any further. Ball up here by Apollo, up the far side. Bouncing around, and Kane will be there to pick that one up as a Cougar defender took a hard fall in the box. And a little bit slow to get up was George Pretty. As I hear somebody from the Cougar bench yell over, saying, "Are you okay?" I think George gave him a thumbs up, saying, "I'm okay, just a little bit of a hard fall." I'll tell you what, and if it was me, in some instances, heck, I'd been running for the last 8 minutes. I'd have just laid down and needed to take a rest. So I'm not a soccer guy, not a soccer player. I don't have the stamina for that. I'd need oxygen after about a minute. Going inside, Kane will pick that one up before. Kane will throw this in. As Haycraft up the middle. Through pass up to Al-Masri. Al-Masri tried to get it off to someone else, but there was no one there. So we're 8 minutes in here to the second half. 3-0. Apollo leads this one over Grayson County. Coming in, shot in, and wide left. Nice job by Jackson Kane not to bite on that, because you get sometimes, especially with a keeper with not a lot of experience, he'll go diving left and realize that it's too far out of his reach and it'll bounce off of his hand or something along the line of that, and then next thing you know, you have a corner kick, sets up an easy shot at the goal. So nice job there by the freshman to not be fooled by a kick that might go left, because you get some teams who will just start doing that, especially when you get somebody in there who is inexperienced, trying to see if they can't get lucky off of one. Kicking this one away. High up into the air off the head. El Masri. Through pass up, and it's a little hard. And the Apollo defense, which has practically been a wall here today, still controls it. Stevenson goes off of him. This time it will go off of him again. Will he get to it before it goes out of bounds? Just in time. Up on the far side. Bouncing around. Grayson County comes down with it on the outside of the box. Rolling it towards the middle. Shot up, and it's high. Over. So an opportunity there by Grayson County, as it doesn't end up turning into anything. So the Cougars had their chance. Schultz. Back here, Haycraft. Over, and we're going to have a hard foul. As a free kick here coming by Grayson County. Haycraft to take it. Haycraft sending one in. Off the head and just wide left. As the Cougars had their opportunity, but they missed it. And with that, we'll take a 30-second split screen break, as this is Cougar Soccer on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, as the Cougars find themselves with a 3-goal deficit here. Just trying to find something to go right on offense, but here comes a run from Apollo. Up to the far side, rolling one in, and just there to pick it up is Jackson Kane. For the freshman really to not have much experience, he's played very well in the goal, especially going up against a good team in Apollo. Schultz tries to race down, and they're going to call a foul, and that's probably going to be on Grayson County, and that is a good call, as Schultz just reached out and grabbed down the Apollo player, as I think he was reaching for it, and I think it was just no intent really based on that at all, maybe a little bit of frustration, but Apollo immediately clears this. Back in, a run on it. Kane's going to be set it up. It's going to be one-on-one and into the back of the net, as Apollo has taken themselves a 4-0 lead. So that was, again, Harrison Bowman, his second goal of the night. And Apollo puts that one in here 12 minutes into the second half of action. And I think that's one of those that when Coach Fukuhara rewatches the film with him, they'll be able to go back and see that he might have been having a better chance of coming out and making a play on that instead of going one-on-one with their leading goal scorer. Haycraft trying to make something happen on offense for Grayson County. They've had a few chances, just haven't been able to take advantage of any of them. Shot in and high and out of bounds. So we want to remind you, though, that our next K105 Digital Productions broadcast will be this Friday night, as the Cougars will make the trip to Muhlenberg County. As you got all kinds of storylines in this game. I mean, for one, Grayson County comes in at 5-0, trying to move to 6-0 for the first time since 2012. They're already off to their best start since 2012. As that year they started 7-0, so they'll look to go to 6-0. Grayson County will also be looking to win their 200th game in program history. So their next football win, again, will be win number 200 as that one goes off of the crossbar and out of bounds. So a goal kick will come here for the Cougars. But again, their next football win will be win number 200 in program history. And the next win, so not this win, but the one after that, will be win number 100 of the 21st century. So, what does that mean? Probably nothing at all. But yeah, if you've listened to me call any games, you've probably been able to tell that I am just a bit of a stats nerd. So I can appreciate stats, and those are stats that I really like, as that one Kane will pick up. He's going to get ready to fire this one away. Line drive kick. Nice job by Schultz to knock it down. Now here comes the Cougar offense. They're going to try and send one in, but there was really no one there to receive it. So it's easy for Apollo to give it right back in the middle. Grayson County with the ball. As that was Raymer. First time I think I've called his name here tonight. Run on it coming. Nice defense there by Miles Hornbeck. Off into the middle. Comes in. Bouncing off. Rolling away, and it goes wide right. So again, Apollo has been able to control most of this game as they're having another sub getting ready to check in.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
As it'll be number 14, so 9 will be the substitution in for the Eagles. But again, that football game on Friday night at Muhlenberg County. As that one goes high, and as we would say, that one's through the goalposts. Field goal for Muhlenberg County, but that's not wrong sport. But we were talking about football on Friday night. The Cougar football team will be on the road at Muhlenberg County. Our coverage will start at 6:30. Again, the program looking to start 6-0 for the first time since 2012. And it'll be looking for their 200th win in program history. If they win on Friday, their game coming up after the break against Graves County would be for the 100th of the 21st century. Shot in wide left. It's going to roll down and hits off the gate. So another goal kick will come here for the Cougars. But again, that will be on Friday night, 6:30, live from Greenville. So we'll be able to bring you that coverage. If whatever platform you might be watching on, you'll be able to watch that live here. So we'll appreciate you for tuning into that. We had a good start to this football season. I mean, can't beat 5-0. Wide right on the shot there from Apollo. At this point, Apollo's just kind of letting shots fly. Gillum. Haycraft. Up the middle he goes. This time Apollo will stop him. Ball up to the far side, and it goes off, and now a foot race to the ball. Bouncing around, and Apollo will come down with it. Now Grayson County's got it. Up the far side, and will it be saved from going out? No, it will not. Throw in coming here for Grayson County. As the temperature is really starting to drop here. So we're at about 7:15 right now, local time. And it says 70 on my, actually it's just gone down to 69 now on my Apple Watch. So it's dropping though. In fact, I think when we were up this morning, we were looking at temperatures around 54 degrees. It was the coldest, I think I read somewhere today that it was the coldest it had been in 104 days or something along the lines of that. So, since obviously the beginning of summer. Out of bounds off of Apollo, off of Grayson County. They're going to say it stays towards Apollo. That's why I'm not the official. Off here into the middle. Nice defense by the Cougars, but Apollo's still going to come down with it. They're going to take a shot in. No, it's off to the outside. Now a shot will. But Jackson Kane just stands there and watches it as it goes wide. No, did it go in? It did go in. I thought that went wide. I thought that went right, wide to the left. I thought it hit on the outside, but it hits on the inside. So Apollo has taken themselves a 5-0 lead. So 5-0. Apollo leads this one over the Cougars. I think some visible frustration for both teams. As Matthew Haycraft just sent that one off. And it's going to roll out of bounds. So Jackson Kane has given up 4 goals here today. Brady Hubery gave up 1. So I see here Roger Lush is giving us a trivia question here. Watching with us is who is the Cougar football coach with the one who had the 100th win. So let me see if I can do this math here. So Coach Smart has 82. So that would mean that I'd have 17 wins. Keith Graham was the coach for 2 or 3 years, but I don't think would have accumulated 17, so it would have to be Danny Clark. So, it have to be Danny Clark. I don't think Keith Graham accumulated 17. I'm not sure. It might be Keith Graham, though. Roger will be listening and let us know, though. We've been brushing up on my Grayson County football history. He's putting it to the test here early on. Let's see if I'll be right. Taking a roll into the box. Shot in off of Kane, and now another one will bounce off and into the back of the net. And Apollo has taken a 6-0 lead here in this game. I am correct, Danny Clark. As I do want to thank our K105 Digital Productions crew for helping us out here today, as Anna Davis and Cody Brock are our camera operators, and Chase Blaine is our director. And for those watching, of course, Chase is also a member of the baseball team, so he obviously has a great relationship with Coach Danny Clark, who was able to, and he knew it right away, knowing that Coach Clark was the answer to our Cougar Soccer Trivia Question Game of the Week. This is our first true Game of the Week, so I guess we could say it's the Game of the Week Trivia Question. What do I win? I guess a pat on the back. Halfway through here, this second half of play, 6-0. Apollo leads this one over Grayson County. The Cougars will be back in action on Thursday against Hopkins County Central. It will be a home game, 6 o'clock start. So Hopkins County Central, that's not necessarily a team that Grayson County and, I mean, those two teams just don't match up a lot. I think they're the Storm, if my memory's right. So they will be matched up here on Thursday, as the game will start at 6 o'clock. Another roll in and another goal there for Apollo, and it is now 7-0. As that one was put in. So again, I think they think we need to set a soccer rule or something saying that when they make the goal, turn around and face us so we can see what number you are. That was Jacob Gillum that scored the goal there for the Eagles, and it's now 7-0. I think some visible frustration on both teams here. The Cougars just haven't been able to get anything going offensively. And the scoreboard does show that here, as it's 7-0 Apollo. Rolling in, and Marks will go out to grab that. For Apollo, though, their next game will be coming up on Thursday as well. They'll play Madisonville North Hopkins. So both teams taking trips into or hosting teams from Hopkins County, and there's another goal for Apollo. As that one was put in by Yoshiya, and it is now 8-0 Eagles. So Eagles lead this one 8-0. And they've scored a bunch of goals here in the last 3 minutes. It's again some visible frustration out in the field here for the Cougars. And there's no such thing as a timeout in soccer. But if there was such a thing, Kenny Fukuhara would probably love to take one here and just talk to his team and just say, let's take a deep breath. At this point, the score's 0-0 in their minds. Let's just play like it's 0-0. It's 8-0 really. I mean, the odds of coming back are slim. I mean, comebacks can happen, but 8-0 with 18 minutes left is slim. Up the far side. Ryankowski with it. Onto the outside of the box. He's going to roll it in, takes a shot in, and there's goal number 9. Casey Ryankowski puts one in, and we are one away from this game being over. It was 3-0 at the half. And I think the frustrating thing here for Coach Fukuhara is going to have to be that it looks like his team wants to lose 10-0 right now. And that as a coach has to be the most frustrating thing, because you look at this and it was 3-0 at the half. You've allowed 6 goals here in the first 22 minutes, really 4 or 5 in the past 5 minutes. It's just not a good thing. Especially, and I know that these two teams could very well match up in the regional tournament, as Grayson County will enter the regional tournament. Now, whether they'll be a district champion or a district runner-up, they'll play at Meade County in the district championship game coming up here in a couple of weeks. As I know, our illustrious sports writer Don Brown will more than likely be covering that game, as long as volleyball won't play at the same time, which I always hate, and I could rant about that they schedule them at the same time, like they did for baseball and softball. They scheduled both games on the same day, as the boys were in the district championship game and the girls were in the district semifinals. It's easy enough, especially when you have 2-day tournaments, do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But alas, what do I know? I'm just the radio broadcaster. Rolling one in, and that's it. Apollo has scored, and that is our soccer game here today. Apollo wins this one by a final score of 10-0, 16:51 to play in the game. As we'll come back and wrap things up after this is Cougar Soccer on K105.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
Nice pool, lady.
What are you doing?
Oh, just giving you a taste of what it's like for us fish.
Well, what do you mean?
You people throw all this stuff on the ground, and it washes down the storm drain right into my pool. Ew, yourself. Don't just squawk about it. Stop it before us fish have to take matters into our own hands. Flippers!
Help keep Kentucky's waterways cleaner by keeping trash off the ground. Visit our website to find out how you can help.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I must give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
Welcome back here to the Grayson County soccer field, as Grayson County has fallen to Apollo here tonight by a final score of 10-0. As it was 3-0 at the half, but Apollo comes out and just runs the Cougars over. I mean, there's really no other way to put it, as it was really ugly. Not a lot went right for Grayson County in that second half, and it shows to it to be a final score of 10-0 here, and the Cougars are mercy ruled for the first time this season, and it's their worst loss by far of the year. I mean, their worst loss prior to this was back on August the 24th when they lost 5-0 to Apollo. So that's really the story there, as they're getting ready to play the JV teams here. Looks like they're going to play maybe, well, no, they just started a timer for 20 minutes, so I'm not really sure what the plan might be there between these two teams. So we'll come back here, and let's see if I might be able to run some scores down here while I'm sitting here talking, as I had it out. In volleyball, Owensboro Catholic has taken set 1 at Apollo 25-22. As Greenwood leads South Warren 17-10. That is in set 1 of a game down in the Bowling Green area. North Hardin leads John Hardin 3-0 in boys soccer. And volleyball, Central Hardin leads North Hardin 2-0, 2 sets to none. Warren East in girls soccer leads Barron County 3-0. That's really all of the scores we have to bring you. Oh, here's an Edmondson County. They lead in the first set. They have defeated Warren Central in the first set 25-9. So they lead that game 1-0. Let's see if I have any other scores to bring you. I do not. That's really all I have to bring you right now. Of course, the Cougar golf team, boys and girls, split with North Hardin this afternoon at Lincoln Trail. Boys won 180-192, while the girls fell to the regional favorite 165-188. Grant Mannion led the team with a 37. Sophia Elmore had a low score of 42 to lead the girls. We'll come back and talk about the upcoming K105 Digital Productions coming up after this. This is Cougar Soccer on K105 Digital Productions.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service. In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, helped me pay for my house. Being part-time really helped because I could have some opportunities that were still in education.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars have been defeated here by Apollo 10-0, as it was with just about 18 minutes left to play in the game that Apollo took the lead in the game, and the 10-0 mercy rule, and that's really all that we have. I saw that our friend Roger Lush was commenting here about Coach Danny Clark for football. He said that Coach Clark guided the Cougars to a 48-12 win in Morgantown to beat Butler County for their 100th win on August 20th, 1999. I won't make a Butler County win joke for Coach Clark on this one because that's a big accomplishment, winning the 100th game. Of course, win number 200 could possibly come this coming Friday night, as the K105 Digital Productions crew will be on the road at Muhlenberg County. So our coverage will begin at 6:30 p.m. You'll be able to watch that on whatever platform you might be watching on, as it might be YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, whatever you're watching on right now. The coverage of the game will be there as well. So Grayson County, again, wins this one by a final score, Apollo wins this game by a final score of 10-0. So until Friday night, when the Cougars will take on Muhlenberg County in football action and district football action, I want to thank our digital productions crew again, Anna Davis, Cody Brock, and Chase Blaine. So for them, we'll see you Friday night, as this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.